A very good afternoon and many thanks for joining us at this time on the news at this hour. President Bola Tinubu has vowed to do everything possible towards ending gender-based violence and increasing learning opportunities for girls in safe and conducive environment. Tinubu made the vow while speaking at the launch of the Organization of African First Ladies for Development #WeAreEqual campaign at the Old Banquet Hall, Presidential Villa, Abuja. The president, who stressed the importance of education in empowering girls and promoting gender equality, lauded the initiative of the organization for the campaign launch. And now to the anti-corruption war in Nigeria, where the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, plans to join forces with the United Kingdom prosecutors in the trial of former Petroleum Minister Diezani Alison Madueke in a UK court. According to media reports, a team from the Anti-Graft Commission is expected in London to initiate the process by filing relevant documents. It was gathered that the EFCC intends to share its findings and the Abuja High Court's forfeiture order concerning Diezani's $2.5 million properties and vehicles with the UK court. Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, says the federal government is working on a system that will provide tax relief to 95% of the informal sector of the economy in the country. Oyedele, who disclosed this at the closing session of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee in Abuja, said that this would be achieved through the exemption of businesses earning 25 million naira a year or less from the various taxes, hindering their progress over time. According to him, the new reforms being proposed would focus on the top 5% of the sector, the middle class and the elite for taxes, adding that the committee was drafting the laws to effect the necessary changes in the fiscal policy and tax reform ecosystem of the country. President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero, said Nigerians are currently wallowing in poverty, power poverty, given the abysmal low supply of electricity. Ajaero stated this at the ongoing protest at the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission in Abuja. The organized labor, comprising the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress, and the affiliate, had vowed to ground officers of the NERC nationwide today about the recent hike in electricity tariffs. Addressing protesters and management of the NERC, Ajaero noted that the current supply generated by Nigeria is not even enough for Lagos, which is just one state in Nigeria. On the foreign scene now, overnight protests in Georgia have continued into the morning in a last-ditch effort to prevent the passing of a controversial law. After a standoff with protesters outside Parliament in Tbilisi, security forces pulled out from the main square on Monday morning. The protesters oppose a controversial foreign influence bill described by critics as the Russia law. The final voting on the bill is scheduled for tomorrow. Well, on Monday morning, governing Georgia and Dream Party lawmakers rushed it through a committee vote, approving it in just 67 seconds. The bill, now due to go for its third and final reading, targets civil society organizations and independent media that receive foreign funding. Well, in sport, Bayern Leverkusen trashed a 10-man Bochum to notch up a half-century of unbeaten matches in all competitions. Patrick Schick's strike put Leverkusen ahead, and Victor Boniface increased their lead from the penalty spot. Amine Adli added a third in the second half with a header from a corner before late goals from Joseph Stanisic and Alex Grimaldo completed the rout. Xabi Alonso's side are now within one game of completing the first part of an invincible treble. If Leverkusen avoid defeat in their final league game of the season at home to Augsburg next Saturday, they will become the first team to go through a Bundesliga campaign without tasting defeat. But that's it for the news at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. I am Omoife Peace of Semere. Good afternoon.